When I was growing up, I learned to bury things at the backyard of my temporal home. There was a secret cemetery where I'd bury every broken toy I couldn't fix.
My name is Njabulo Phewa, a writer, spoken word artist, and I'm a poet, right? So I was born in a tiny township called Kwamakuta, and I think my upbringing has a lot to do with what I currently create, because I'm currently working on a project called I Once Knew a Boy, of which is a project where I write poems to heal myself when I was a child, because I think I grew up differently since I moved around a lot. So I started being interested in literature. I started reading more books because I didn't have many friends. So I think my poetry has a lot to do with how I grew up.
Slem is a very, very, very kind person you can ever find. A very, very inspiring person, a great writer, also someone who has understanding about the spiritual world. So Slem actually is one of a kind.
I think I was somewhere around 16, and I started writing my thoughts down, even though I wasn't aware that it was poetry, until I saw this guy. It was 2007, performing poetry, and for the first time I was blown away seeing somebody expressing themselves on the stage and people were listening. And I told myself that, you know what, I want to do that. But I was brave enough to call myself a poetry, I think it was somewhere 2009, because I've experienced the art of literature as a whole. Because after seeing that guy, I started being curious about words and thoughts and people who call themselves artists. And I saw myself there, and I was like, you know what, this is what I want to do. It has been really, 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 really hard to explain, especially to my father, that my late father, that I want to be a poet, and even to convince him that I'm an artist. It has been hard, really, really hard, because our parents, they want us to be engineers, they want us to be doctors, they want us to be all that. Things started to loosen up, because before my father passed away, he just accepted that his son is kind of weird, because that's how the society view us as artists. We are weird, they call us names. So I was fortunate enough to be able to hear my father telling me that, you know what, son, you can pursue this because this is who you are, this is what you are.
His poetry, I think if Slem was not a spoken word artist, like a performing artist, I think he would be a drawing artist, because his words are like, they put imagination, they paint a picture, like, I'm not sure if it's just in my head, but if you can imagine words but in a picture, like we born and they show you, and you can actually even feel it. So
in Durban, I think Durban differs from other provinces here in South Africa by the fact that Durban has a spectrum of writers. Durban is colorful. different writers, different personalities, different stories. And as for paying gigs, one really has to be like shining brighter in their color. I hope I make sense, because in order for you to be able to get paying gigs, you really need to be relevant. You really need to be passionate about your writings. Words of wisdom that I could share with the younger generation who wants to be writers someday is that be yourself and don't expect people to accept you. Start by accepting yourself, and make sure that you go to school. Make sure that you finish your matric. Make sure that you go to college or university and graduate, so that it's gonna be easy for you to tell your parents that you're a writer, because you're also somehow pursuing whatever career on the side.
Until eternity is no longer with distance. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to my poetry. God bless each and every one of you. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much, Njabulo Phewa. Thank you to Marcosini.